Hello, my name is Mobayode, and I'll be presenting the paper titled Design Considerations and Data Communication Architecture for National Animal Identification and Traceability System in Nigeria. This paper has been co-authored alongside Abimbola Shongodoyin and Kings Adeyemi. I'm currently an assistant professor in electronic and communication engineering with the Faculty of Arts, Science and Technology, Wrexham Glyndwr University, here in North Wales, United Kingdom. My research interests include, but are not limited to, wireless communication systems, applied artificial intelligence, and radio frequency and electromagnetic design automation. The primary motivation for this work stems from the fact that Nigeria is a thriving hub for livestock production. As a matter of fact, according to FAO reports, Nigeria's national herd is estimated to comprise 18.4 million cattle, 43.4 million sheep, and 76 million goats at the moment. And it is projected that there will be 40 million cattle in Nigeria by 2050 in that report. Current statistics and other factors such as estimated population growth and increases in milk and meat consumption also show that Nigeria's livestock production is and is going to remain highly essential for sustained food production, not just in Nigeria, but the global food market as well. However, present-day Nigeria is currently faced with the challenge of insurgencies, and the financing of these insurgencies has been linked to proceeds from livestock theft or rustling, according to many scholarly works and news reports. And it is also stated in most of these scholarly works and news reports that livestock being sold at the major livestock markets in Nigeria are usually direct proceeds of rustling perpetrated by bandits and insurgents. Another problem is that perpetrators of rustling in Nigeria are often militarized and can move herds, typically hundreds or thousands of livestock, freely for many days without being apprehended. And from recent findings, it's also believed that rustling in Nigeria is an organized and pervasive activity that continues to pose serious threats to both the economic and social well-being of many communities and livestock farmers. Policing rustling in Nigeria is not very straightforward. It's very challenging because perpetrators could be in collaboration with security agents and outfits. In spite of the many preventive measures put in place to address livestock theft in Nigeria, their current preventive measures are yet to embrace a national animal identification and traceability system. It is as a result of this that the design considerations and data communication architecture for national animal identification and traceability system in Nigeria, NAITS, is proposed in this paper for safer and improved livestock farming and production. NAITS is proposed to meet many objectives. The first is the identification of livestock in Nigeria through continuous digital census and data collection. And the second is livestock data accessibility to farmers, ranchers, sellers, buyers, relevant government ministries, departments, and agencies, and local animal disease control offices in Nigeria, as illustrated here. The third is to have a digital or electronic management system for the lifetime traceability of all livestock breeding, production, rearing, and marketing in Nigeria. And the fourth is the integration of the digital management system with existing wireless communications and information technology infrastructure in Nigeria, particularly things like 5G and satellite communication systems. And to meet these objectives, NAITS is proposed to work as follows. Tags or transponders holding unique data about each animal will be hygienically placed on the livestock. And interrogators or readers, which are 5G enabled, because 5G is the future, will be installed and placed at strategic locations and places as fixed assets for continuous operations. And the interrogators or readers could also be handheld or placed on unmanned area vehicles, UAVs, or drones to constitute mobile assets. And the third step, the interrogators in the second step will query the tags in the first step to retrieve data about the tagged livestock. And these interrogators are also capable of communicating between themselves. And in the fourth step, the retrieved data in step 3 are pushed as queries to a backend that accesses a national livestock database. And the national livestock database is to be updated regularly. And the final step is that the unique information about the livestock in the fourth step is relayed back to the queried interrogators, and it is used to ascertain the status quo of the livestock. And following on from the workflow presented for NAITS in the previous slides, we have the data communication architecture being proposed, illustrated here. We have the tags, there could be a number of them, depending on the population of the livestock or the herd. And every tag is capable of communicating with a slave interrogator. And the slave interrogators are also capable of communicating between themselves and the master interrogator, which has a 5G communication module, which enables it to link up with a database server. Primarily, it is expected that the architecture will capture all this information about every animal. So there's going to be the unique tag number and the date of birth of the animal, the sex, the breed, the identity of the genetic parent, date and details of movement, name of farmer or owner of the animal, name of farmer holding, a national livestock passport number for the animal, health and vaccine information, and also an emergency contact. And depending on the capital available for investment in the NAITS, it is envisaged that the NAITS will also be satellite communication ready. In other words, the master interrogator is also able to link up with a satellite model for robust coverage, particularly in areas where mobile communication infrastructure are unavailable or are not readily accessible, and only satellite communications is feasible. Some of the opportunities that NAITS will present include the mitigation of rustling and curbing the sales of stolen livestock in Nigeria, a robust digital platform for the evaluation and monitoring of livestock farming and production in Nigeria. In other words, cattle markets like the Maitagari cattle market, which is arguably the largest in Nigeria, will become open for global or intercontinental trade, mainly due to the capturing of livestock health and vaccination information. NAITS will also have a better control and management of influenza, flu, and other common livestock diseases. In this way, there will be quick identification and isolation of infected livestock. And no doubt, NAITS is going to present a number of challenges as well. And some of them include the cultural failure nomadic farmers in Nigeria have for their livestock may ultimately hinder them from tagging or identifying their livestock. Another challenge is that the necessary traditional laws, legislative acts, and government policies required to support the full implementation of NAITS are still not consolidated as at the time of this research endeavor. However, it is good to state that there is currently a bill at the National Assembly in Nigeria, and it's just gone through the second reading. Also, the technological infrastructure in Nigeria is not on par with what is obtainable in other countries where similar systems have been deployed. Conclude in this work, the design considerations and data communication architecture for national animal identification and traceability system in Nigeria are proposed, and it is envisaged that the adoption and implementation of NAITS by the Nigerian government will offer an excellent way to address the prevalence of weaponized rustling or livestock theft in Nigeria. Also, the hybridization of radio frequency identification and 5G new radio, and potentially satellite communications, which is typified in the proposed data communication architecture for NAITS, demonstrates the prospects of technological convergence. In the future, we hope to be able to carry out a pilot study to have a proof of concept or a prototype implementation of the proposed any ideas, even if it's going to be on a small scale. Thank you very much.